Hi guys, so I just received this. The UPS guy just dropped it off. I almost forgot that I even ordered this. This is the Kat Von D Alchemist holographic palette. It's tiny. Like, I thought it was gonna be small, but I didn't realize how small it is. Like, what should I compare it to? Hard Candy Blush. This is the size of it. I gotta say, I wasn't that excited about this. I was really excited when I first saw the packaging and everything, because I didn't know what was inside it, and then when I saw the inside, I was kind of like, eh. Just because I feel like it's something we've seen before, like with the Moonchild palette and everything. So, this only has 4 shades in it. They can be used as highlighters and as eyeshadow transformers, or just alone as eyeshadows. It was a little cheaper than her palettes normally are. Let me see. It was $32. Right now, it currently says on the website still it's only available for VIB Rouge members and VIB members, but it's supposed to be out, I believe, the day after Christmas. Don't quote me on that, I'm not completely sure. But it is tiny for $32. I mean, her palettes are usually around like the $45 range, and you get tons of eyeshadows in them. So this is only a little bit cheaper, and you're only getting 4 shades, which kind of is crappy. But now my phone is ringing. Now, the packaging is really cool. I don't know how well this is going to show up, but it's, when it hits the light, it's holographic. Hopefully you can see that. And the back has the Kat Von D emblem. You are getting each eyeshadow is 1.53 grams or 0.05 ounces. Now, in one of her regular palettes, the Serpentina palette, it says that there's 8 shades in here, obviously, and they're all 1.1 gram or 0.04 ounces. So they're slightly smaller than these, which are 0.05 ounces. So you open it up and it has a triangular mirror. Don't want to blind you, but that's what that looks like. It is magnetic. It does fold all the way back, which is nice in case you just want to use it like that. But again, it's so tiny. So you get green emerald, blue sapphire, ultraviolet amethyst, and pink opal. So they look very, like, not exciting, but these are those kind of opalescent color shifter ones. So like this one, it shifts to green, then you get blue, which doesn't look super blue, the amethyst one, and pink. The pink one's really pretty. Alright, so I'm going to show you finger swatches really quickly. You can see they're very, like, opalescent. So we're going to do the green. No, wait, that's the pink. Green, blue, and the amethyst. So the green looks more like gold, and the blue looks more like green, to me anyway. They are really pretty. I shouldn't have done it this way, because now I have to stand up, because you can't see what I'm showing here. So that's the pink, the green, the blue, and the purple. I'm hoping I'm in focus here, because I'm going to be able to show it to you. Now, looking at it in person, I don't think that it's very close to any of the colors in the Moonchild. Like the Blue Ice one in the Anastasia palette. The Anastasia is definitely not as pigmented. So right here on top, I kind of put the Blue Ice one, and then that's the blue from the purple from the Kat Von D. As you can see, it's actually closer than the actual Kat Von D blue one. And then the other one I thought was pretty close, Pink Heart from the Moonchild palette, I think is the closest one to this pink. Yeah, those are actually really close. It's kind of one of those things, like if you have the Moonchild palette, you don't really need this. The Moonchild one is much more, it has like glitter in it. So that's the Moonchild Pink Heart. I'm gonna do it like this. Moonchild Pink Heart, and then that's the pink from the Kat Von D one. The green looks like it might be close to Lucky Clover. Yeah, again, pretty dead on, but the Anastasia one is more glittery. So this is Lucky Clover from Anastasia, and that is the Kat Von D green one. And then I don't think there's one that's close to the blue. I mean, the star color is too silver, that's too purple. Blue Moon is just like a silvery blue, so there's not really a dupe in the Anastasia palette for that blue one, or what's it actually called? Blue Sapphire. So, I really wanted to compare it to that right off the bat because that was the one thing in my collection that I was thinking it was going to be exactly like, and I mean, they are pretty, those three colors are pretty close. So it's one of those things, like if you have the Moonchild palette, you really don't need this, but I'm a sucker for Kat Von D stuff, and I have every single one of her palettes, so naturally I had to get this one. I do like how pigmented they are, and I want to show you how cool they look over different eyeshadows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a big swatch of black eyeshadow on my hand so I can show you. So we've got a big old swatch of black, and I'm going to show you how different they look when you use them over a dark shadow like this. So we'll do the emerald green one. It really brings out the color shift when you use it over a dark shadow. And then the ultraviolet amethyst one. That one looks really cool over the black. The blue sapphire one, which still doesn't look blue to me. That's kind of weird. I guess, yeah, it kind of looks bright blue when you put it over this black. I will show you in a second. And then the pink opal one. So this is what they look like. Much more, when they're mixed with this black, or laid over the black I should say, you can tell that color shift so much better. So there's the green, right? Yeah, the green, and then I did the blue. Wait, what did I keep like, yeah, okay. So there's the green, the amethyst, the blue, blue sapphire, and pink opal. So those are super pretty over dark. I probably will get the most use out of this palette putting these shadows over dark shadow, because that's honestly what I got it for. It's nice to have a small palette like this for like inner corner shadows, because I like to use color shifting shadows like that a lot on the inner corners to highlight my eyes. Like I said, if you have the Moonchild palette and you were like contemplating how close it is to this, you really don't need this. I don't think it's worth $32, to be completely honest. I mean, this should have been like a $20 palette, but I mean, it's Kat Von D. Most of her stuff is very expensive, so they're charging you for the name and everything. The shadow quality themselves, they are very soft and smooth, like all her shadows. Her eyeshadows are amazing, and they're like my favorite formula ever. All four of these were very pigmented, didn't have an issue with them being patchy or anything. Like I said, I just got this, so this is my first impressions. My total thoughts on it could change. I will probably update you in my December favorites video. When I film that, I'll stick this in, whether it's a fail or a fave. I do think I'm going to use it a lot. I was kind of surprised by how small it is. Like, it should have been, for the price, I think that the pans should have been a little bit bigger. Like, they should have been around like 36mm ones or something. Like, Let me see. They should, I think the pans should have been a little bit bigger for the price. Like, this is a 44mm pan. Maybe somewhere in between those two sizes. And that's just me. I'm saying for like, for what they're charging for it, for 4 eyeshadows, you know, especially when her normal palettes, which are usually huge, are around 45 bucks. They're usually between like 45 and 50, I'm pretty sure. So like a giant palette like this for 45, I think these were 49. Just say around 50 bucks compared to this for 32. I don't know. But yeah, it is pretty. Like, I think with this one you're paying for the packaging, because this is crazy. It's really pretty. I don't like that it's a triangle. It's gonna, like, my obsessive compulsiveness about how I store my palettes, this is gonna throw everything off, because I'm gonna have to, like, sit it like this and it's gonna be sticking up. But other than that, it's your call. You're totally your call if you like decide from this video whether you need it or not. If you don't have the Moonchild palette and you've really been wanting this kind of will quench your desire for those not holographic, but like color shifting shadows. But then again, you do get more in the Anastasia palette, and there was only one shade out of here that is not a dupe in the Anastasia palette, so it's kind of personal preference. If you decide you wanted this one, then go for it. It is nice quality and everything. The shadows aren't patchy, or they're just normal Kat Von D awesome shadows. So this was my first impressions on the little Alchemist palette, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I like doing these just because I like you to hear my honest, like, first impression when I first open the things. So be sure to give the video a like if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm like tongue-tied right now. I have so many videos planned, and I'm kind of like, I'm trying to plan them out in my planner now so that I don't get all screwed up with it, but trying to stay more organized. That is my goal for the new year, is to be more organized with my YouTube channel. So hopefully that works out. But if you like the video, give it a thumbs up so I know you like these kinds of videos, and I will talk to you guys in my next one.